Dear friends, it is the talk 14 of Wisdom Training. Today we will talk about topics which I am sure are relevant to everybody. It will be about complaining, about worrying, and about lack of self-confidence. The cure for all of them is, as you can easily imagine, is, as usual, when you realize such state of mind, you simply go back to its natural state, which is wisdom. That means you rest your mind in nowness, awareness, whatever you want to call it. But rest your mind and not continue. However, that's very easy to say, but I would think that it's helpful, since we are rational people, to more or less know the roots of this rather unpleasant, to say the least, state. Let's start with complaining. We complain, it is some sort of, we are unhappy about something which goes with us or with the world around us, or relations between the two. And we are unhappy, but it is like a hidden form of anger and aggression. But we are not quite want to be, because it's unpleasant. Complaining is easier, and complaining is, how to say, it is well hidden as the form of intelligence. Well, I see something wrong and I notice it and I say it, but we really complain because mostly we do it with the thing which we think we can't do anything about. So complaining is the only way of expressing this, I would say, impotence. It's not necessarily true that we can't do it. Rather, it is not true. But we don't want to go any deeper because it will require too much of unpleasantness. So we incessantly complain. And as this little video, which is a friend sent as a post on Facebook, there is this young boy who, I don't know if originally or not, but beautifully talks about how good we are when we practice something, we are good in it. And we practice complaining. And it is destructive to ourselves, gives us the sense of impotence, and it is to the people around us. They don't want to listen to this complaint. They have enough. They try to avoid, if they can't avoid us, they try to avoid listening to these complaints. So it is important to understand that the complaint, simply its root is that things are not the way we want them to be, and we complain. Does it help to stop practicing complaining? I think it does. It does. It gets it out of the realm of completely habitual reaction to anything. We may have a gap and think about it, and then we realize that we don't have to do it, and we can just relax. And after the relaxing is the feeling of relief. Oh, I don't have to complain. No, we don't say it, but we feel it. It's just, it is as it is. And I can then maybe think how I want to change it, but I stop complaining. So that's complaining. The second thing this wise boy is talking about is worrying. That is, in some sense, worrying is very interesting. Worrying, as a rule, it is concerned the future, that something may happen not the way we want it to happen, and we worry about it. We worry about also that some of our action will not bring the results we intend. Or we can worry about the past, that we worry that we made a decision which now we decided it is a not good decision. We can worry about the present, because we don't know what to do. So the root of the worrying is essentially essentially, as far as worrying about the future is concerned, it's fear. It's fear that it will not turn the way we want, and we worry. It doesn't necessarily have to concern us. It can concern the world, which seemingly seems to be separate, but nothing is separate. By the very fact that we are worrying, we are proving the inseparateness. So this knowing that worrying is again, it's habitual, and by doing this worrying, we become a very worrying person. We worry about anything. About things which, if we realize that we worry, are ridiculous. But since habits don't have to be rational, they are often ridiculous. So we come to the deepest and the really root of worrying, which is fear. Worrying, except that fear, basically, it's much more future-oriented than present or past-oriented. But you could say, I am afraid that I did a silly decision. It is form of worrying, but this word afraid points towards the real source of it. Fear is the big thing, because fear sometimes it's a very loose concept. Let's say that we are in danger and we see that the danger is pretty unavoidable, the action. So we decided to, usually we say, I was afraid of that and I ran away. And animals do it. They are afraid, and they are constantly, as a matter of fact, seem to be afraid. You could see they listen. Any danger may come. So fear is, to some extent, a result of our danger of our well-being. But then fear became much deeper, and it doesn't have to necessarily deal with well-being. It's again a habit, and it's extremely deep and very difficult to loosen up and to eventually get rid. The only thing is to, well, again, when we experience this fear, at the moment we experience fear, if we rest our mind in nowness, we may know what to do. You know, when we are in danger now, suddenly a dog growling goes towards us and wants to obviously bite us, or at least we believe it can bite us. We are not sure, and very wise, because they are dogs which are unpredictable. So then fear actually paralyzes our intelligence. We are just frozen in fear. Usually with the dog, this type of dog, I'm not giving advices how to deal with the dog, but I can give an advice that being just afraid, it certainly will not help the situation. If there is a possibility, we look for a stick. And dogs don't like sticks because they are not so stupid and they don't want to be hit. Otherwise, we shout at the dog. Whatever I am saying, I am not a dog expert and not give advice what to do, but I can give advice what not to do, just being afraid. And it is deep in us ingrained that fear is a helpful reaction. It is for animals which don't know what to do, and the best thing for them is attack or escape or something which they have already genetically tested through. We are humans, and our repertoire is not an animal repertoire. We have a critical intelligence, we have creativity, we can do something far much more wise than just be afraid. So, to summarize, all three of them, the only thing is to rest in nowness. Rest in nowness, as I said already before, doesn't mean to do nothing. Rest in nowness is to be completely free from unnecessary thoughts which are produced by complaint and fear and worrying, and if necessary, take the action which is the wisest. Okay? So that much I have to say about those trio. So hope to see you soon. I am, by the way, not uploading, I am directly doing it on YouTube, which have a tendency to badly synchronize sound and video. I hope it will not be the case. If it is, I will not post it. If you see it posted on the site, that means it was okay. Goodbye.